Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video, and thank you for returning back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful, beautiful, magnificent, and blessed day. As you can see, I am back in my car, and I'm coming back to you guys with another car chit chat. So, I'm sure for those of you who are subscribed to my channel or who view my videos pretty often, you can pretty much guess where I am on my way to, which would be Walmart. And some of you may ask yourself, why is this lady always going to or in Walmart? The primary reason why I'm in Walmart so often is because I'm on medication. And I happen to have my medication going to Walmart. And I am on 3 medications. I am on one for my blood pressure. I am on one for the arthritis in my knee due to the car accident that I was in years ago. And I also take a vitamin D supplement, which is prescribed by my provider because I am low in vitamin D. So with that being said, with those 3 medications, I can never seem to find a way to have the pharmacy prepare them and have them ready at the very same time. So therefore, since it's not set up that way, each and every time I get a notification, I have to go and pick it up. And being that they are so spread out, when I'm getting the notification that they are ready, you normally only have up to 7 days to pick up the medication. So with that being said, I can't sit and wait for all 3 of them to become ready at the same time, because then one of them will end up expiring and I would have to go back and have my provider put it back in again so that I can go and pick it up. So that is why you guys often see me. And of course, when I'm in Walmart, I can't just go to the pharmacy and pick up my medication. I always have to go and do some walking around to see what's new, to see what I might have missed the last time I was there, and so on and so forth. So that is why I'm on my way to Walmart now to pick up my medication. And of course, I'm going to be doing some walking around to see what they have in there. And since I have been watching YouTube so much, since I'm home every day, I have been noticing the ladies that often go into Walmart, they're not only just shopping for clothing, they're also looking at shoes and handbags, which is something that I am going to do today. Because like I said, I was very surprised, me being a person from New York, we don't have huge supermarkets like Walmart in the 5 boroughs. I lived in the Bronx, so we didn't have a Walmart. So I was not aware that Walmart sold clothing as well, or I don't know if that's something new that they started doing throughout the years. But with that being said, I came south to the mentality of where you don't buy your clothes where you purchase your food. Period. So now that I have this newfound love for Walmart, because I am a budget friendly type of girl, I try to do things beneath my means, in order to maintain a decent budget. So Walmart has been the place, especially, with me this past summer purchasing the majority of my clothes for the summer from Walmart. And since I've been in there lately, I'm often seeing that they have some nice, and affordable and decent quality for the fall as well. So while I'm in there, like I said, I'm definitely going to look around. I will not be pulling out my card today, hopefully not anyway. I'm going to try my very best not to. So basically, I don't have too much that I wanted to say today. But I do have one topic that I want to pick up on since we're doing this car chit chat. So for those of you, and I'm going to speak in code because I don't really know too much or is familiar with the restrictions that YouTube might have. So I try not to go too far in if I don't, but I do like to try to be transparent. So for those of you who are into current events, and who watches the news and who are somewhat into politics, you guys know what took place on yesterday on the other side of the Democrats. which, I am a woman of God, so I am always going to, pray for people, pray for their well-being, for themselves and, their parent and their family members. But with that being said, something took place yesterday on the Republican side, which was very, very sad. I would not wish that on anyone at all. But I'm having a hard time trying to figure out why all the people on my side, the black and brown people, because basically that's all they really see on my side, if you guys can get what I'm saying, reading between the lines. Why are we being blamed for that incident? And in full transparency, guys, let me tell you, incidents such as this, we don't do that. We are not really the ones who do that. We not into that. Honestly, that's not what we do. If anything, we gonna catch you on the street. Basically, that's all I, want to say on that aspect. But I'm bringing that topic up because I had a conversation with my cousin on yesterday, and I also had this conversation with my children. And I often say to my children that I feel so bad for them because they cannot honestly enjoy life the way I did, when I was their age. I did not have the freedom to, go out and experience life, and be a young person, a young adult, They did not have that opportunity. I don't know when or if they're ever going to have that opportunity again, especially being a part of the black and brown community. So my conversation on yesterday, with said people, I tried to explain to my children, because the kids today, I can't really say kids because my children are adults, but the generation under my generation, they, are very, how can I say, resilient. They don't hold their tongue, and they just live differently than us. It's like they have no fear. And I'm not saying that you should have fear, but they basically have no fear. They live their lives doing what they want to do. But that being said, I try to explain to my children, it's not that you're bowing down to people. It's not that, how can I put it? Basically, right now, with the administration that we have, with the climate that we are living in, us black and brown people have to live and move a little differently. Now, I'm not saying bow down to anybody, because I am not that girl. I will never, ever, ever in this life be that girl. I will never teach or raise my children to bow down to anybody. I will teach them to be respectful. That I will do. But bowing down, no. But what I try to explain to my children is that we have to move a little differently right now. Especially with this administration that we have in office right now. They are able to do anything and everything that they please with no repercussions at all. So there is no coverage whatsoever in the law that is favorable to black and brown population. So what I try to explain to my kids is that right now, until we can get this man out of the administration, by whatever means, we have to stay under the radar. We really do, especially if we are trying to achieve things in life. We really have to stay under the radar. So, my children feel, that they are going to live their lives the way they want to live their lives, and they want to do this and they want to do that, and they're not going to let anybody control them, and blah blah blah, which is understandable, and I can understand, because when I was at their age, honey, let me tell you, I was very defiant. Could nobody tell me what I could and could not do, especially since I had my own job, had my own apartment, I was grown, I was paying bills, so there was no way in hell, after being under my strict parents, I was going to allow anybody to dictate my life and dictate my time. But what I try to explain, to my children is that right now we are living in a different world. And I'm not saying that you have to bow down to anybody, but you have to live your life and be smart about it. And when I say be smart about it, the examples that I gave my children is, let's say that, all right, you're on your job, right? You're working in corporate America. And they want you to come to work every day, Monday through Friday, business casual, right? That's their policy. When you applied for that job and you took on that job, you signed off on that, saying that you would abide, by their rules and regulations. Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to make sure that I am parked good. Because sometimes these folks, when I come outside and I see how these cars are parked next to me, it's ridiculous. So as I said, you have a 9-to-5, a corporate, America, or any kind of job that requires a dress code. If they're telling you that you are to present yourself at work every day, Monday through Friday, business casual, okay, you take it upon yourself and you show up to work on Fridays because you feel that Fridays are lack days, not too many people coming and going, you guys maybe even get off early, at work. There isn't too much either, customer service face-to-face going on that day. So you feel that being that that's a lax day, you can go to work and you can put on some jeans and some t-shirts, and Becky, you've been seeing her do it for the past couple of weeks, right? So, with that being said, with the administration that we have right now, rules are totally different for us. So, you get called into the office, right? Because they want to know why, when the policy is you come in business casual every day, Monday through Friday. There is no dress down days on Fridays, but you saw to take it upon yourself to dress down on Fridays. Now, you are possibly going to get written up or you're going to lose your job, whatever the situation may be. They're not worrying about Becky because, first of all, they're not looking at Becky the same way they are looking at you. So, therefore, you stick out like a sore thumb anyway because you are part of the black and brown crew. So now, you are this person who's going to live your life and do what you want to do, how you want to do it, as long as you feel that you're at work and you're being productive. That means nothing to certain people. So with that, now you've either been written up, suspended, or you lost your job. Now, let's say you lost your job, okay? Because you're this person who you're saying is not going to let anybody tell you what to do. Now, because you lost your job, you lost your income. You may have children. You have other responsibilities. You have bills. You got a rent. You got a mortgage. You got Con Ed. You got garbage pickup. Whatever the situation may be. But now your income is gone, because you wanted to play across the grain, and you're using the other person, what I'm saying, the one that's a little lighter than me. You're using them as an example and as your excuse for not following the rules. With the administration that we're in today, there is no reason on this earth that black and brown people need to put themselves out there. To me, I feel like you need to stay under the radar. Trust me, there's a lot of things that I am trying to accomplish. And hopefully, God willing, the presidency is only supposed to last for 4 years. So why would I want to go out here and put myself out in the forefront and try to mess up, what I've got going on that may possibly be able to help me reach the goal to which I am at. So that's basically, something that I'm trying to explain to my children. Like, unfortunately, it's like we have to be different. We've always been different anyway. Everything that's out here, the foods that you eat, the clothing that you wear, your hairstyles, everything is comes from our culture. We are the trendsetters. And that's how I keep it in my mind. I'm saying, like I tell my friends, like right now, I'm 58 years old. I don't have much time of employment left, on me. So therefore, The next job that I get, I believe in staying under the radar. I do not want to be bothered. I don't want too much to be put on me. I just want to come in, do my work every day, and slide on out, so that way I can get my retirement money, get my pension money, get whatever benefits is due to me. Other than that, I'm staying under the radar. I'm not going to let nobody bully me. You know, I'm not going to let anybody antagonize me. No, no, no. No, sir, no, ma'am. Never, ever it will be that. But I am not also going to put myself out there, you know, and be noticed. You know, I did that when I was younger. Now I'm at an age of where, you know, I don't give a damn about these people. Let them do what they want to do. Let them say what they want to say, as long as no hands are being laid on me. No, as long as they're not, you know, talking out the, you know, left side of their mouth at me, being rude, being disrespectful. Other than that, I'm staying under the radar, riding my time out. I'm collecting y'all checks, and I'm doing what I need to do with those checks, and that's it. But guys, I have made it to my destination in Walmart. I am going to take you guys in with me. And like I said, I want to go in and check out their handbags and shoes, and maybe go and see what they have in their clothing section. But I am not going to, I don't think, let me take that back. I don't think I'm going to purchase anything. I don't need anything else right now, especially since I'm planning to move, because I am getting rid of stuff, not trying to accumulate stuff. But let's go, guys. I'm going to take you inside. And if I am unable to finish off this video, I will see you guys in the very next one. So you all have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed day. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And please share this video with those who you may think find interest. And you guys have a wonderful day.